Resource guarding. Why do they do it? What are the forms of it? I'm Lance with Ultimate Canine, and welcome to this week's video. Resource guarding. The main things that dogs get into this behavior with is space, like your couch, people, toys, food. Those are the main ones that we see all the time. The most important thing about this behavior is to try to stop it as soon as possible, or manage the behavior as soon as possible so you don't keep going down a slope. Once you go down that slope a little ways, the dog can become extremely dangerous with this behavior, and it can be unfixable because it becomes habituation to the dog. It's just such a habit now, and they've gotten their way so many times that the dog is going to continue to go in this behavior faster and faster, and it's going to become more and more dangerous as it escalates. And it starts usually with a young dog, and then they grow into it, and as they age, they become more powerful through it. So food, if you have a dog doing this with food, the big thing to do is I would hand feed the dog. And that may seem counterintuitive to what you should do, but the food is coming through you, and you're not putting it in a bowl in front of the dog or in their crate where they can manage it and protect it, because they're going to get into guarding their crate as well, because that's a place they get fed, and it's a small space that they can back into, and they can be cornered and they can get really nasty in there. So hand feed the dog. And when you're hand feeding, hopefully you will incorporate some obedience in there so the dog learns that they give, you give. They give, you give, so then the food has a meaning and not just something they're going to try to take from you and make you give. Now, with toys, same thing. If you have a dog and they're trying to start to become nasty over a toy and you see that and you're not able to stop it, there's no reason for the dog to have the toy. If the dog can't be nice with a toy, they shouldn't be allowed to have it, because it's just going to become a dangerous situation. And at the end of the day, if the dog gets too nasty, it's their life that's going to be lost. So, always looking out for the dog, right? In these little situations, they exacerbate over time and get a little bit worse. So if the dog has some success by growling at you or showing you their teeth or barking at you, people think the barking is cute sometimes, but it is very bossy behavior, and that leads to the other steps. So don't give that dog those things. Bones, same thing. Bones, toys, anything you give your dog, if your dog starts to get protective over there, there's no reason they should have them. If your child was trying to fight you physically over something that they had, a toy or a tablet or TV or whatever you give them, you wouldn't let that happen, because it's just going to escalate, and every time you try to stop that behavior, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. It's the same principle, except for dogs have teeth, and they age much faster than children, and they just get more and more violent, because violence is the way that they solve problems with each other, so they're going to do it to us. A good way to stop that is through taking it away, and if your dog does get something or something pops up that's new, and you have good obedience, you can call your dog away from that object, put them in their crate, tell them to down while they hold that, and once you have the separation gap there, you can go pick up that and put it somewhere where it's not a problem. Or if you have two dogs and you're playing ball with one dog and you forget the ball's outside, and you go outside and you're like, holy cow, he's got this ball now, tell the dog to drop the ball, or tell him to sit and do obedience till he drops the ball, and then make him come, and then put him inside and go grab the ball and put it away. Dogs need clear rules and boundaries, or they're going to make their own rules and boundaries, which is going to make their life better for them, but more difficult for you. And at the end, the better life that they're getting for themselves through power and aggression is going to result in the end of their life if they get too nasty with it. So it's the safety of the dog, and a lot of this sounds like common sense probably, but sometimes common sense isn't so common. And people think that it's, hey, oh, he's barking at me because he wants his ball, or he's jumping at me, on me for all this stuff. That has to be managed. And if it's not, it's going to become, oh, the dog grabbed my jacket today and tore my jacket, but he just wanted his ball. That's just an excuse so the dog can damage your stuff. So if you're making excuses of why your dog is doing this, You need to fix it before it becomes a problem or take it away. Otherwise, the dog's going to end up getting your arm, eventually your hand, and they're going to hurt you. Now, this is for pet dogs. So you need to just, if your gut tells you that it's wrong, it's probably wrong and it's going down a slippery slope. And if you're dog training and you don't know how to dog train, seek professional help. We have other videos, how to choose a trainer, things of that nature, things to look for in a trainer. But just if you see this behavior on a couch too, you take that space away if the dog's on the couch. If the dog's dominating a person, you need to fix that stuff fast because that's what leads to real biting. Space taking is just a different type. It's a lot of power on that, especially if they can move you with their mouth or their nipping or their biting. So watch out for that. Don't let it go far. Try to nip it right away and get over that problem right away. Create those clear rules and boundaries so the dog knows who's in charge. And have a great day with your dog. Thanks for watching. And if you like the content, we'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. I've never asked that before. To subscribe would really help. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.